Welcome to Garden to Glass with me, Gillian, your fearless plant explorer. Garden to Glass is a sensory tour of the Bowles Conservatory that concludes with a tropical cocktail. While the tours are suspended, I invite you to take this virtual visit with me. Now, we start our visit today in the Orchid greenhouse. Throughout the month of February, the conservatory is spotlighting the abundant diversity and beauty of orchids. Albrook Gardens has more than 800 amazing orchids, and most of the year they spend their time here. But when they start to bloom, they're rotated into the conservatory for the public to enjoy. That's why you're likely to see a new bloom every time you visit. I can't wait to see what's blooming today. Follow me. Here we are in the conservatory. Now, during Orchid Escape, you're likely to see blooming orchids throughout the conservatory. But one place you're guaranteed to see them year-round is up here in the orchidary on the upper level. Now, plant lovers far and wide fawn over orchids for their extremely wide variety. They're found in all kinds of shapes, colors, sizes, and smells. And one reason they're thought to have evolved in myriad ways is to attract their specific pollinators. And one of my favorite examples is Ophrys apifera, or the bee orchid. Now, this little flower emits a smell that is very similar to the female bee to lure the male bee. But what really caps it off is that it also visually mimics a bee with black and yellow stripes and spots. And when an overexcited bee comes to mate, it's covered in pollen, thus pollinating the next flower it visits. Orchids can be quite clever. Did you know that vanilla is an orchid? Vanilla planifolia, this plant here, is also pollinated by a bee, specifically the melipona bee. For a long time, Mexico was the sole grower of vanilla because there were no natural pollinators anywhere else. To top it all off, vanilla only flowers for 24 hours and has a very short 8-hour window in which it can be pollinated. That's why the vanilla bean you find in the grocery store is so expensive. But so worth it. Now, pollinating the vanilla in Albrook's conservatory is a particular challenge because obviously there are no melipona bees. However, we do have the canopy birds. We have canaries, finches, waxbills, and doves, and they act as occasional pollinators, but they're definitely not vanilla's natural pollinators. But they do serve another purpose here in the conservatory. They gobble up insects, and so they're natural pest control, making it irrelevant to use pesticides here in the conservatory, so they do earn their keep. In addition to the occasional pollination by the canopy birds, the vanilla plant is also occasionally pollinated by the careful hands of our horticulturists, and they've had some luck in getting the vanilla and some other tropical plants in here to fruit. So next time you're here, come take a look at the vanilla plant and see if you can't find a vanilla bee. But don't look for the brown ones that you find in the grocery store. They're green until they're harvested and sun-dried for a month. The annual Orchid Escape is a wonderful time to visit the conservatory and see an amazing variety of blooming orchids. The conservatory inspires us all by sharing these orchids and other tropical plants and motivates us to conserve the rainforests in which they thrive. We also learned today the importance of natural pollinators and saw 2 orchids that depend upon bee pollination for their survival. We look forward to sharing more plants with you next month in the Garden to Glass virtual visit. Bye-bye!